So what I've got today is a flower, and I am going to do resin and kind of play with it and see what I can muster up here. Now I've got one pair of big gloves, and I'm hoping that I can get these ones over top. No, I can't. Shoot, that's too bad. Anyway, I will actually take these ones off then and put on some of my other gloves here that I got from the store. The store, because you don't want to get this stuff on your hands. For it's non-toxic, it says, but you know, it's not non-toxic. Some of them are non-toxic, and I've actually ordered some off of Amazon that I'm kind of excited about. I ordered a bunch of molds off of Amazon as well, because I discovered yesterday when I was going out to stores that a lot of places don't have silicone molds anymore. So it's like you go into stores to try and buy something and support your local small businesses, and you get there and see that they haven't got it anymore. I guess it's because Amazon has taken on so much. Now I want to just put a little mark on this cup so that I'm filling it up properly, right? Because you want to have equal amounts of resin. This is called Envirotex, and so I'm just going to hold it up here, and you see I already got some hair on it because I have one cat and 2 dogs and a lot of hair. And so, where's my cup? That's it right there. Just make sure there's no hair or dust in there. And I'm going to scrape that into it. And I can actually bring that there. Reach down. Reach where? Where are my... There they are. Now, I've got different things for stirring and I've got wooden sticks, and I've got plastic knives, I've got plastic spoons. I find that the knives are a little bit better, and actually I saw one person doing this, and she used a metal knife, and I think that after I finish this one, because I've already gotten started, I am going to do that, because then you can use one metal knife over and over and over again, and all you have to do is wipe it off between colors, and you can use it for all of your colors, and then we're not adding more plastic into our environment. And I would like to know, like, if there's a that's evening, if there's something that you could, like silicone cups that you can mix the stuff in so that you can reuse your cups again too. Yeah. Anyway, I've got a lot of resin in here. I probably put way too much in, but I've got a couple of things here that I can pour in after if I want to, right? So now you have to stir this stuff slowly for about 3 minutes. And so while I'm doing that, I can tell you my cat's name is Charlie, and he's beautiful, and he's old. We have 2 dogs. Odin, who's Chihuahua, cross Jack Russell, an incredible mix of dog. Loves me. Loves anybody that comes in and sits down beside him. I've also got Morgana, who is a pretty little girl. She is 3 years old, born December the 1st, 3 years ago. We drove all the way to Cape Breton, missing a snowstorm, to get her. And she is a border collie cross not terrier, not lab. What's the other one? Retriever. Oh, that is a lab, isn't it? So anyway, she's got more border collie in her than anything else. She's got beautiful colors. She's white and black, and she's got this amazing caramel color on her as well. And so when you first pour this stuff together, it mixes cloudy, and you'll see a lot of bubbles in it. You just keep stirring and stirring. We've only been stirring it for like 2 minutes now, not even. So I'll just keep stirring it, because I think you got to stir it for about 3 or 4 minutes. And you know what? When you add your colors and any glitter or anything else you want to add to it, or stones, you're gonna stir it more. So so far I've made a couple of things. I've actually, a big project that I'm working on is covering my kitchen cupboards in resin, because the middle of them are sunk in. So I've been sanding them down, painting them, and then pouring resin into the middle. And so I'll show you that too, because that's pretty cool. But I'll actually do one on video is what I'll do the next time I do it, probably tomorrow, because my little guy is going to be going to daycare tomorrow. He only goes 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, so it gives me an opportunity to get things done around here, and it gives him an opportunity to get some socialization in too, because we're a pretty quiet household. It's very quiet in here, except when a car goes by. If a car goes by or the snowplow goes by, you'll hear my dogs, because they get really loud. But right now, it's quiet. And I think my little guy is probably laying down inside his tent in his bedroom. And he's likely napping now, because that's what he likes to do in the afternoon after he has his lunch. He goes and he has a nap. How many minutes I've been doing this? 3 minutes now, I guess. 4. I just want to make sure it's blended well. I don't think I gave this much thought. I just sort of dove into it. Anyway, doesn't matter. What I want to do is, I guess, I'll use these ones and see what I can do for colors. I don't necessarily want, well, I don't know. Okay, enough is enough. Let's just do it, okay? There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And they're going to be of equal amounts, because, well, one is going to have more, I think, for the middle. I don't know what I'm going to do in the middle yet. Maybe I'll just pour that into there and keep it clear. And then what I can do is, once I've got my stuff in the way I want it, I can decide from there what color I want the middle of the flower to be. Anyway, and what I'm thinking of doing with this as well is, once it's done, I'm thinking about either setting it into another mold, into a round mold, and doing resin with that, like bonding it in another thing of resin. I don't know, it's an idea. Let's do, well, darn, I didn't realize that wasn't open. Gosh, I must have a white one that's already open, do I? That's vanilla. I think I'd like to try that one instead. Vanilla. That sounds like a pretty color. There's the perforated edges right there. For heaven's sakes. I had a runny nose, trying to avoid getting a cold. I just made a mess of my gloves too. Anyway, I've got 2 boxes down below my table, because one's for paper and one's for plastic. because a lot of this stuff can be recycled. So I like to think I'm giving back rather than taking away all the time. We'll put our lids back on our bottles because sometimes I have a tendency to be a little sloppy. And I've got an old end of a towel. You know how you put your towels through the washing machine and then they get ripped? So I rip the end off and use them as rags. It works. I need my level. Make sure, actually it's not bad, is it? Holy crap, right there is level. I didn't think this room was level. I didn't think anything in this house was level, but this is perfect. I did have all of my stuff down in the kitchen, and I was going to do this, wasn't I? Let's do it in that one. So 5%, 10%. I want some sparkles in. Oh, I gotta take covers off too, don't I? Oh no, I don't. I gotta puncture it is what I gotta do. I am not prepared at all for this, am I? I went to the store yesterday and bought paint and ink and what else? I didn't get any more resin because I've decided I'm going to just order that online. Oh, this is really pretty. It's called Vanilla, and I put some glitter in it. And really, the glitter just kind of disappeared. But maybe I just didn't put enough in. Put more in. See? Oh, Jesus! Take two. Darn. Okay, that's okay, because I've actually not done that before, but I'm not going to worry about it too much, because really, it doesn't matter. In the big scheme of things, it doesn't matter. It's kind of pretty. Anyway, I'm just going to do that like I meant to. And that like I meant to, and that like I meant to. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm just pouring it in, and I will figure out from here what I want to do. Just keep pouring it. And I want to make them quite even. So I've got that. I think I want to do more of the white, to tell you the truth, because I want to fill these up. So I'm going to pour that one, that I pour a little bit more in. Oh, I might as well just put it all in. It doesn't transfer all that well, but these cups are, I don't know. I'd like to figure out how to clean these cups out, like just to use them again and again and again, because I really hate plastic. I did when I first started this. I used my measuring cup from the kitchen, knowing that I'd never be able to use it again for kitchen, but ooh, that's a bit rude. And of course I didn't clean it out well enough, so I had to actually get rid of it. It kind of sucks. Now I'll just keep stirring that in. Put a bunch of those in. Discovered more is better. Anyway, I don't know whether this is going to work or not, but let's see. There's one. Oh, I don't want them flowing too much. I think that if I do this flower again, what I'll do is I'll have a better idea of how much I need, but what I'll do, I think, is pour water into it first, measure that, and then I'll know how much resin I need. Quickly running out here. That should do it. Then I can just top it up. I think I'm going to do this in layers. I don't know. Anyway, you can't see the sparkles with this one because I didn't use white, but I'm using white sparkles. I suppose if I used a different color sparkle, but I really like this vanilla color, so it's worth it. And I can put stuff in it too, so I was gonna do it a different way, but I didn't. I was gonna make every other petal or every third petal a different color, but I got carried away and went to it right away. And I'm gonna pour that rest of that into the middle. Right into the middle like that. How much of a mess I'm making. That's okay, because I'm well protected. Anyway, that's that for that. I can wipe my hands on my old rag. And I just filled up my lighter. And now I need to find it. There it is, because I tend to do things now. With the silicone, you just want to, you don't want to wreck your silicone mold with heat. I just want to get all the air bubbles out of there. The heat just brings the air bubbles right up to the top, really. And it's kind of cool. And it's out. Blow it out. Now, there's that. I just need to put more light on, I think. I've got more light on here. Careful not to touch my, there, oh, that's better. Look at that. Excuse me. Yeah, that's better. So now I've got all of my, well, I've got the vanilla resin in there now. I think what I'd like to do is put sort of swirl colors in it and just mix it around a little bit. I thought I had bought some ink as well. I know we got this ink yesterday, but it doesn't have any alcohol in it, so it won't give the effect that I want it to. But what I can do, maybe, is I've never used the glitter before, and I see it being used all the time. So I'm going to actually put a coat of this in between my layers. So I'm going to double that up. I'll let you have a look and see what I've done so far. Kind of hard to see. There's that right there. Okay, so yeah. And now what I'm doing is I'm just putting a layer of glitter on top, so that when it's on its side, when you look at it from the side, you'll hopefully still be able to see a layer of the layer of glitter between the coats of resin. And I see I got a little hair in there already. That doesn't surprise me at all. I want to make sure I've got enough for all of this, and I do. This is cool. This is very cool. I haven't seen people doing this. I'm going crazy with the sprinkles. Because you know what? I'm going to put another layer of resin on top and it'll all dry together. I'm hoping, she says, that it will all dry together. So I've got the blue in, and I'll just not waste my sprinkles as much as I can. Put them in there. And then hopefully this stuff comes out afterwards. Otherwise, lost. Anyway, doesn't matter. Put that there. Now, I think what I'd like to do is go with gold. Oh, I'd like to do gold. I could do red. No, because then we're like, no, crazy. Won't do that. Color do I want to do next? So you're supposed to have this all planned out before. How about red? No, I don't want red. I already said that, didn't I? How about lavender? Lavender might look all right with that. I think so. I didn't put a second glove on over top. It's hard to see these perforated edges too, eh? There it is, I think. Yep. There we go. Garbage. I don't want to use all of that, so I'll just transfer some of it back into there. Yeah. Purple. And you know what? I'm not fussy about using more than one stir stick, so I will just use this stir stick. Just wipe off the plastic knife and use it for my next one. And this is color is this grape taffy, it's called. Grape taffy. Try not to spill it this time. Almost did it again. Oh, I should put, say, a layer of sparkles in the middle. Should I do it all blue? I think so. I want blue in the middle too. There we go. Done. Pouring a lot of glitter in there. Hopefully this will work, because I think it'll be really kind of pretty. So I'm just pouring it around the sides so it covers up. And of course, because it levels out on its own, if I pour it down the sides, 1, 2, there we go. We'll put it on this one too. And 1, 2, I'll put it in this one. And there, see, we've got enough. Now I just need to top up those other ones, that's all. Yeah, well, the glitter is definitely holding out there in the middle. So we'll just keep pouring it. There we go. I'm not even properly dressed for this. I'm still in my pajamas, because it's Sunday, and my partner has gone off to play some games. He's a big tabletop game player with some of his mates, and my son has gone out to play D&D with his friends. And my other son is sleeping, I would imagine, because he has to work tonight. But he doesn't live here. He lives at our house down in in another town, and my other little guy has fallen asleep in his tent. So that's perfect. Now I've got this color left. I want to do, this is just going to be, you know, sort of haphazard. Maybe I can pour this stuff in pink glitter or blue glitter. Let's go wild. Let's go wild. Let's do that and see what happens. We'll just wipe that off like that. See how nicely that comes off? Of course, the rag won't be any good, but that's okay because the rag is compostable. Isn't that right? The resin on it maybe isn't. I don't know. Anyway, I know that it won't find it in a tomb in 5,000 years. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I'd like a little bit more glitter in it though. And there's is right there. I've got, what did I do? I put red in there, didn't I? Whatever. Whatever. After I said I didn't want red, I'm putting red in it. No, it's mauve. I don't know. Pink. Pink is what I've done. Not red. That's what I want. It's kind of purple, isn't it? Maybe if I put the, oh, that's black. Ooh. You know, that might. Let's put black sprinkles in there. Looks like pepper. This is going to be good or not. Anyway, what I want to do is, again, pour it, start at the side, put it in, there we go. Oops. And I've run out of resin. Fart. So, she says, I'm going to, go squirt 1, squirt 2, that should be equal. And I'm going to just start with the same stir stick because I want to put the same color in it anyway. I know I didn't put very much in here, but that's okay. That is okay. I'll do a little bit at a time. I know it says to, you know, have everything sort of mixed up and ready to go as you go along. So anyway, my gloves ripped too, but I'm not going to change that right now. There's dust bunnies flying through the air. And my nose is just driving me crazy. I don't know. I hope I'm not getting a cold, but I think I might be. I'm just getting old and I have post-nasal drip. I don't know. Something like that. Things that only we can appreciate as we get older. The things that happen to our bodies. Anyway. I'd like to say exercise and rest, but I get a lot of rest. Not a whole lot of exercise. Only because I got a bad knee. I could go swimming, but it hurts even swim now too. Anyway, doesn't matter. It is kind of an overcast day. It's cloudy, and it might snow some more. As long as it's out there and I'm in here, we're okay. I don't want that one. I want that one. I'm going to put that in there with some always different. See if I can get the rest of this out of here. I don't want to waste the stuff, eh? It's expensive. I've got a couple of gallons coming from Amazon because I've gone to small stores and I've gone to even Canadian Tire, I've gone to Home Hardware, and none of them carry the big bottles, I guess probably because they don't sell as many in my area, maybe, I don't know. If I were closer to a city, I'm sure I wouldn't have problems so much. But being in Nova Scotia and living rurally means that sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, and that's get your stuff online if you have to. I always try to go to my stores first. I really like Home Hardware because I find they're very helpful at the one that's here in Greenwood. Kudos to them. Because I've gone into the larger stores like Canadian Tire, and you got to hunt around for somebody that works there to find out where stuff is. And the way they've got the lineup now at Canadian Tire is terrible. So they've done it so that you're surrounded by more merchandise as you're going through the store, which of course means more impulse shopping. So it's actually a good lesson for my kids because I take them with me and say, when they say something like, "Oh, can we get that?" I say, "Oh, do you really think you need it? Or are you just looking at it because it's here?" This is kind of cool. You know what I think I might do? Is I might just give this a little stir with my stick. Just to sort of blend the colors in more, I don't know. I see that some of the sparkles have actually gone to the top. So maybe if I just use like a thin wooden stick, this one, and just kind of swirl it. Just swirl. There we go. Swirl, 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 swirl. Swirl, swirl, swirl. This is silly. There we go. There's that. Now, it doesn't look like much in this thing, but you know what? It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like when it comes out, when it's dry. I don't want to swirl it too much. There we go. The fun thing about this stuff is that you can really make your own sort of designs and stuff like that, you know, like just kind of practicing the stuff. And I want to take the bubbles out again because I just stirred in some bubbles. And then I'm going to level this off, I think with just clear resin, just to give the base coat, get the bottom of it a solid color. That might work out. So I'm going to use the same container once again. And hopefully, oh, look at that, I kind of bang on. Measure schmeasure. 1. And 1. How did we do? I need just a little bit more. Yes. There, it's probably, is that right? Takes a minute to run down. Huh. There we go. It's still moving. I think I need a little bit more hardener. Do I? Can't tell. I think I just need a little bit more hardener. There. Now I'm going to take my stirring thing again. And what color do I want to put, like, on the very back? Maybe I'll put the white on the very back of it. So yeah, if you count to 200 or 300, then you can, you know, you got your minutes in there for stirring. This has only been maybe 60 seconds. I'm so impatient. I need somebody else here to stir it for me. I just want to pour it. That's all I want to do. Oh, I like putting the colors in it too. Ooh, how about dark purple on the very back of it? Oh my gosh. Okay. It's getting there. It is getting there. I am pre-recording this and then I'm going to put it on because I just signed up for YouTube to do live recording yesterday, and apparently it takes 24 hours for the process to go through and allow you to do it. So I thought, well, I really wanted to do this part right now, and so I thought, well, I'll pre-record it, and then maybe I can do a little editing or something tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, there is sparkles in there, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to see what else what color can I put in here? Or do I just want to lay white over top of it? Make it look like it's a yummy candy. Where is my, oh, I didn't open the white. But I thought I had a bottle that was already open. I do, right there. White. See, that's empty now. Recycle. So this is going to be white with some black sparkles in the back, which is okay. I think it's going to look all right. It'll be interesting to see how it comes out, because I thought I could either make it into a clock, put it into a bigger mold once it's done, pour resin in between, and then, pour resin in between, let it set, and then drill a hole through the middle to hold the mechanism. Or you could put two-sided, that's tacky tape, two-sided stuff. I've got some of this stuff right here. Ad Crafts. It's extra strong, no mess, great for office and kids projects. It bonds instantly. So you can put this stuff on it, and I don't know. I've also got a roll of adhesive, double-sided adhesive. That's likely what I'll probably use. And I mean, you just put a little piece of double-sided adhesive on each one of these petals and one in the middle, and you could put it on any wall. I think it would look nice in the, I don't know, in the bathroom or in the kids' room or something like that. But, I want to try out the Geo stuff too, because I think that's really cool. And so when I was out shopping yesterday, I'll just show you what I got. I'm kind of excited about it. I got gold flake. I got 2 boxes of this from the dollar store. It's awesome. It's just gold flake, right? Perfect for doing extra stuff on your pictures. And I got, this is acid-free liquid pearls. I'm not gonna, anyway, I got that. I haven't opened it yet. I haven't used it. I'm kind of one of these people that go out and decide they're gonna do something, and instead of doing it small, I go out and I get everything that I want for it. Anyway, I did get some some stones too, some semi-precious quartz. Well, it's not. Anyway, it's quartz, and I just thought I'd do some geos with those. And I just love this one. I love the colors in there. Hey, it's beautiful. Anyway, I just thought I'd give that a go and see how it works. And I'll just keep stirring this until I can't stir it anymore. I also got 2 of these. They're stars with the thing in the middle, so you can do a resin pour in there. It's cool. Also, I've ordered some stuff online to do jewelry, but I did manage to find these at Michael's, and you can pour those in, like with resin and maybe a little flour or something, stones or something, and make it into a pretty necklace. Anyway, that's my story, and I just want to fill that. I want it filled up. And the nice thing about this stuff is that it is self-leveling, so I just don't make enough. I guess as I do it more, I'll be a little bit more confident about how much I mix together. I'm making a mess here. Anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? As long as you're having fun. I just want to take the top of that off and put it over into that one right there. I know I'm making a mess now. It's just that too much is in one and not in the other one. So, shoot. I don't want it, I want them level. I don't want them, it's okay if I do this. I just don't want them overflowing because I want the bottom of this to be as level as possible, as flat as possible, I guess is a better word for it, because then it'll lay flat against a surface, you know, if you hang it up. I think it's going to be cool. I love this stuff. Anyway, you don't want to be looking at me like that. I need more. Oh my goodness. This is a big project. Like, I didn't think that it was going to be that big. Hopefully this will top up the other 3 and then I can be done. Because I want to be done now. I want to make sure that I got enough in there too. So he's running back down again. So I'll just start stirring that. And I think that this might be enough now. I saw somebody also using a syringe, and I think that's a really good idea. Get some, like, I'd use the bigger ones, I think, because then you don't have to stop and refill it halfway through, like I'm doing with this. And I believe it was white that I used. I know it was. Oh, I emptied it, that's why, because I need to open up another one of white. I go through a lot of white. I do like it. When you use the hairdryer on it, or a blower, like a heat gun, it makes really cool designs, but you're not going to see that with this because I've layered it instead. Oh, shit. Shoot. An introduction to my my favorite word. It's funny, we had a, well, maybe not funny for anybody else, but we had an exchange student from China quite a few years ago. And that's the one word he learned in English very quickly, was shit. Because I use that word a lot, or I did back then. I guess I still do. I try to say shoot, but sometimes I forget. And I say, oh, for heaven's sakes. Uh, Try and keep it G-rated, right? Because some people say swearing is not good, and it's not, really. Did I put anything in this? I don't think so. I think I just put white in it, and I just took all the sparkles and shit or stuff from... See? See, I'm just awful. And you know what I noticed is that people go like this, and maybe I should be doing that to... Oh, yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? That does make more sense. And see, that way too. Shoot. Put too much in that one. Maybe I can scooch it over to there, and then scooch it over to there. I'm doing all kinds of things that I don't know is going to work or not. Anyway, we'll see. I'm just going to put the last layer on there, like that. And I see this one over here needs to be brought up a bit, like that. And then I'm going to put the rest of it, I think, right into the middle, like that. Now, one of these flowers didn't get completely covered on the other side, but that's okay. I would like to try and, I don't know, just kind of